Hello, everyone. My name is Mark Richards. When I was a boy, one of my favorite things to do was to go to Disneyland. There was no trip that we ever went on that was as exciting and as adventurous and memorable as going to Disneyland. What I remember most are things like the smell of the flowers and the plants that were all around, the flavor of the popcorn. Popcorn tasted different at Disneyland. There was something about the music, the people walking around with costumes on, big ears, magic bunnies, pretty women dressed up as fairies. It was just something magical. And the man that brought that whole vision to you, to us, was a man named Walt Disney. Today, I'd like to give you an idea about who he was, how his art came to be known as the most incredible art and animation ever created, the parks they created, and the legacy that will remain with him forever, remain with us forever. In the beginning, when he was a young man, he moved from Chicago to California and started an art studio with his brother Roy. They started doing cartoons and creating simple animations. They created short animation films that were 10 to 15 minutes long. They kept practicing until they got to the point where they could recreate the emotion that would allow audiences to see their cartoons and their animations and feel what they were trying to get across. In 1937, they created a feature length, which is a full length, animated feature called Snow White. And the world had never seen anything like this before. Snow White was an instant success. And after that, they followed with Pinocchio, Bambi, Snow White and Cinderella, and a whole bunch of other incredible animated features. In the late 1950s and early 60s, they got into TV. And Disney started producing TV shows like, well, he did a show called the Mickey Mouse Club. And it started like this: MICKEYMOUSE. And I'll never forget watching that show. I would never miss it. It was on a Saturday morning. It was perfect for all the boys and girls because it starred boys and girls. They also got into movies. And two of the movies they came out with early on were Robin Hood and the Merry Men. And one of my favorite all-time movies, Mary Poppins, starred Dick Van Dyke. And does anybody ever see The Sound of Music? Julie Andrews. It was an incredible, incredible movie. From there, the Disney Corporation decided to do something very special, and Disney decided to buy some land in Anaheim and opened up a theme park. In his theme park, he had all the characters from all of his animations and his movies. He had rides, so you could actually go through and experience what it was like to be in the Pirates of the Caribbean, to be in an incredible environment with magical teacups and spinning around. And I'll never forget Main Street, walking down Main Street and just seeing the shops and going to see Abraham Lincoln, their special exhibit there. The feeling that I got when I went to Disneyland rivaled any experience I had ever had. I highly encourage it. Next, he opened up 5 more parks. So now we have a total of 6 Disneylands around the world. There's also Walt Disney World in Florida. In addition to that, Disney has opened up hotels and cruise lines. Now you can take a cruise and be surrounded by all the characters that you know and love. The legacy that Disney will have and will go for the rest of my life and the rest of your lives is that he has indubitably put his name, his art into everyone's mind. When anybody ever thinks about Toy Story, they think about, oh, well, Pixar, because it was bought by Disney. You think, oh my God, Pixar. You think Toy Story, you think Wall-E, The Incredibles. These are movies that are all digital that have just come out recently. His name will live on for forever. I highly encourage you to, if you don't get a chance to go to Disneyland anytime soon, I hope you get a chance to go. If you've already been, you know what I'm talking about. And if you haven't seen some of his earlier movies, it's definitely worth watching.